What up, my peeps? We are here at part 3 of our Action Force overview. Next up and on deck, we have Scarabs. And this will be a very interesting endeavor because the word is out that Scarabs has been falling apart on some people, it's been reported. And it's been addressed by Valaverse. They're up on it, and if anyone who has this figure has run into problems with parts breaking off, all you got to do is reach out to Valaverse and they will replace the part. So that's pretty cool. You got to love that type of customer service. Anyhow, we've got Scarabs here, and as you can see, same. We've got the figure and the accessories clearly displayed in the packaging. You got Action Force and you got Scarabs on the banner at the bottom, as well as the Valaverse logo. To the left, you have that Action Force logo going down and the Action Force symbol at the bottom. Here at the rear, you have the back showing all the figures for Series 2, both A and B. Rollout, which we've already reviewed. You've got Trigger, which is in 2B or 2 Bravo. Sergeant Slaughter. This, by the way, is the second Sergeant Slaughter. There was a Sergeant Slaughter in Series 1. You've got Duster, who we've also already reviewed. And you've got Scarabs, who we're going to review, and Garrison Cavalry, which is also part of 2B. Scarabs specs are, his file name varies because it's basically a trooper. You can get more than one. You can troop build this guy. You also have primary specialty, heavy weapons, secondary skills, explosives. Birthplace is various. Once again, these are they could be anybody. Rank and affiliation. Ranks, see, plural, unknown. The Swarm is the affiliation. And I kind of sort of figured that because of the same color motif. So that kind of sort of cleans things up for me in terms of knowing. The readout is Scarab Troopers are the exclusive paramilitary ground force of the Swarm. While Swarm Troopers deployed by air, the Scarab Force controls the ground with a plethora of heavy weapons. Scarabs also operate on the same hive mind interface as all Swarm military personnel. The Scarabs are equipped with tungsten-coated armor, making them able to withstand a barrage of high-caliber rounds. Their helmets are designed as a compound eye, so they can detect movement from all sides without facing their threat. Now that's cool, just like insects can. And it's been redacted, tighten their hold on weaker republics. So that's got to be the enemy nation that probably helped or was totally responsible for the dissolution of the United States. The Scarabs are used to elicit fear and control. Getting into a skirmish with the Scarabs is a losing battle. If you are lucky enough to see them coming, it's best to lay down your arms and get in line. However, the Scarabs rarely show up without a firefight. So, what have we learned? We have learned that Scarabs are they're some of the bad guys. So that's good to know. Now I know how to set my Scarabs up against Action Force. Pretty cool. So moving on to the other side, you've got some artwork of Scarabs right there. Reads Scarabs 02-03, and there's a hive kind of symbol right there, I would imagine. And so I guess so wow. So that will help identify bad guys. So that tells me that the Swarm Trooper is also a quote-unquote bad guy. I tell you, it's amazing how with these lines, these paramilitary lines, the bad guys always seem to be the most colorful and interesting. I guess just like in the movies. But here we go. Is the front of the box with Scarabs. So without further ado, let's get this figure open. Checking out Scarabs Accessories in the clamshell. You can see that, of course, you know, the motif is yellow and black. And yeah, you've got a nice pistol firearm, handheld, sporting a rifle of some kind. It also, it looks like it's a modified M4 as well, with a rocket launcher on the bottom. Comes with additional magazines and a hella knife, and of course the 3 additional sets of hands. You've got closed fists, you've got C grips, and you've got cuppers. Yes, indeed. And out of the packaging, Scarabs comes with trigger hands. So yeah, looking pretty good. There's no additional head sculpt because there's no need. It's a Scarab trooper, so their identities are unknown, and so there's no need for an additional head sculpt. What you see is what you will get, and also, of course, as standard with Action Force, comes with a stand. Now, looking at Scarabs on our rotating platter, giving you a 360-degree visual of the figure so we can see what we're working with. And what we are working with here is very impressive, very colorful, and interesting. First glance, it's got to be the head sculpt, and that big yellow scarab for a head that or a helmet actually that the figure is sporting. You could see that there is a head within, and when we take a closer look, we'll check that out. And you see the vest is molded in black, but it's got the silver paint apps as well as some black, and we'll check out what that additional color is for the rounds that Scarabs is carrying at the front of his chest. And he's got some nice, very nice metallic paint apps, and we will peep that out. So let's get to it. And now that we've got Scarabs up close and personal, let's take a peek at that head sculpt. Like I said, if you look carefully, you can kind of sort of make out there is a head in there. Maybe we need to take a closer look. So yeah, if you see, there is something in there that resembles a human head. So while we've got Scarabs up this close, look at the texture of that helmet, and I can tell you it's sculpted in. So that's pretty cool. Got the mouthpiece is painted silver, looking very, very nice. So yeah, let's zoom out and check out the rest. Going down, talking about that vest, nice silver paint apps on the vest, and the rounds that Scarabs is carrying on his chest. These are explosive rounds, and they've got they're black, and well, actually the straps that keep them contained are what's black. The rounds themselves are looks like a mix between silver and platinum. Guess we need to take a closer look at this too. Yeah, definitely silver, but you can see the straps are black, and the I guess basically the tops or the bottoms of the rounds are black, and the heads they've got that silver color. Further down that vest, you see that the nice silver the silver painting. You can also see there are scratches and imperfections. I'm loving that type of attention to detail. You've got some black paint apps there and that line work over there. Looking at the arms, you see the shoulder pads, nice silver, and then you go down. The forearm guard is the top of it painted in nice silver, and the bottom and what wraps around the forearm is also in silver. As it's cloaking, it's enveloping the yellow uniform within. You've got that yellow at the top there. Pretty cool. Looking at that belt, let me move the arm out the way. You can see that the belt, he's got compartments there, painted out close up. They're painted silver as well. You get the same on the other side there. The harness, the belt goes down into leg strappings, and you've got silver paint on the buckles there, so that's great. The leg guards, silver all the way down, dab of yellow at the knee pads. It's all good, really nice. You even have with the black there. The boots, they're basically silver, but they've got black straps going around them, turning around to the other side. You've got the whole bottom is basically in silver and with black strappings there just above the ankles going down. The butt is molded in black. Then you see the sheath for the hella knife, as I call it. And then looking at that vest, you could see more imperfections. There's a hole there, so I'm assuming that that's meant for one of the gear packs that you can equip any of these figures with, which is pretty cool that Valaverse actually has accessory packs like that. It's pretty cool. As far as the articulation, it's basically the same as Duster, with the difference is the head doesn't move, but if you recall what I read, it doesn't have to, because he can see 360 degrees. That's pretty cool. That's just cool. You know, I think it's the only time that I think a lack of articulation is cool. The fact that he can see 360 degrees is just is banging to me. Other than that, it's basically the same as Duster's articulation. As far as the vest, same thing. There's a strap in the back that you can use to remove it if you so desire. And I demonstrated that in the Duster review. I'll have a description of that and rollouts, which was the second or part 2 of the series, down in the description below. So we will not need to go over the articulation. Taking a closer look at the hella knife, that's what I call it. That's not the official name. That's what I call it. It's just that, yeah, this right here can do damage. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, it's molded in black and got the very nice silver paint apps. Always love that. And it fits in the back here. Scarabs has a sheath, and you just insert it like that, and looks like that's as far as it'll go in, but that's pretty cool right there. So you've got the hella knife in the sheath behind Scarabs. Scarabs hand weapon, you see there, molded in black, but it's got the yellow highlights. It has a hole so you can add a blast effect, a flash, a muzzle flash, which they also provide in their accessories section if you go into Valaverse. So yeah, you can actually put muzzle flashes in those holes, so that's cool. And what else is cool is you can just put the weapon right there in the holster, and it fits snugly. So that's cool. And here I figured if anyone could pull off this pose, as it were, with the both weapons in either direction and can see the targets that he's aiming at, it would be Scarabs. And to sum up Scarabs, this figure is dope. Straight fire. Already my favorite in the batch. And I think, yeah, it's obviously the black and yellow highlights. This lets me know I'm going to enjoy Swarm Trooper just as much when I finally get that figure. I'm loving the black and yellow. The vest, the silver highlights are great. The attention to detail showing the scuffs and the imperfections. The hella knife, all good. As far as the character that this figure represents, the ability to be able to see 360 degrees is what inspired the pose that I've got him in now. Obviously he can aim in at anyone no matter where they are, so this is pretty cool. Anyhow, that's going to do it for part 3. We're about to move it on, so I'll see you all on the other side.